And David Begnaud is in Charlotte and joins us now from the scene of some of the worst of what we saw last night. David, if you could then, again, take us through exactly the extent of the damage, both really physical to the city, but the greater social implications this morning.
I think you have people in the greater, area around Charlotte who are shocked, right? Members of both, let's say, the white community and the black community who are appalled by what they saw. Last night was downright dangerous. Midnight, my crew and I are standing probably 30 yards away, and right in front of here, the guy was probably standing here, and he had about 4 people around him, and he had a bottle, and he hurled it at that window, and you heard it shatter, and it was the sound heard halfway down the street. They then targeted this. You see, they didn't get past this door. They ended up locking them at 11 o'clock, so luckily they couldn't actually get into the hotel through this door. They broke both of these, and as you come around the side of the building, there were people who we've spoken to who were staying at the hotel who were inside, rolling on their phones, somewhat wanting to see what was going on, but also frightened. You've got guys that are shattering glass. What else are they going to do? And then this one right here. So there was a woman behind the desk last night, and apparently she was frightened. She's running the hotel. She's worried about the patrons, and are these people going to come in? There was another hotel down the street. There was a Hyatt house, actually, probably 2 blocks down. There were 2 people who were reportedly injured, 2 employees at the valet who were injured. We're told they were punched either in the face or in the neck by some of the protesters. And after they would do it, Josh, they would just kind of flee into this area, this parking lot, and they disappear like ants. Then all of a sudden you'd see them congregate. These were not peaceful protesters. What happened last night at the vigil that was held in the city center area, that was a peaceful protest. We were there. There were children, older people, middle-aged people, grandparents. What happened last night was a riot. We're talking criminals, vandals who literally give the people who legitimately want to protest a bad name.
Yeah, we are watching some video of it, and really, it's not just haunting, but all too familiar is this scene. So there are also questions even today now about key details with regard to the shooting. Officer Brentley Vinson is on administrative leave for shooting Scott.
Correct.
While this investigation is underway. He is an African-American. Yep. However, it first happened yesterday when civil rights activists on behalf of the family were holding a press conference, and it seemed to witnesses suggested off camera that in fact it was a white officer who pulled the trigger, who killed Scott. The question remains this morning: what do you know with regard to any evidence that might suggest that it was in fact not Brentley Vinson who pulled that trigger?
There is nothing to suggest that it was a white officer that fired that shot. We got some of the only video provided to the media that shows a white officer in plain clothes who was there. There were also other white officers who were in uniform. But we are told from multiple sources, people who have watched the video, that it is very clear that the officer who fired was a black officer. I don't know if it's because the video specifically shows it or that's coming from interviews, but the police have not wavered on that. Neither have the witnesses, but that's where it becomes so confusing. The witnesses are so insistent that he was white. And the people in the police community who've seen the reports, the interviews, and the videos are baffled, and they're like, how could you say he's white? It was an African-American man who did this. That's what we know as of right now. The mayor has given some indication over the last 12 to 24 hours that the video is going to be released. We're told the family of the dead man will be able to see it first, and then the general public is going to be allowed to see it. Could we see it today? I don't know. There's a news conference. As soon as we're done here, we're going to go over to the police department. The mayor and the chief are going to talk. Hopefully we'll find out some more information about that.
All right, we'll obviously be with you throughout the day yet again here on CBSN. David Begnaud there in Charlotte. We appreciate it. And hey, my friend, stay safe as always.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you.